A lot of people have asked me about the Trump prosecution, the conviction, what it means for our country. And let's just be basic here. This is a legal joke. If it wasn't for the seriousness of it, it'd be a total joke. What was he charged with? He was charged with a misdemeanor, essentially a non-disclosure agreement. Everybody signs non-disclosure agreements all the time. Every business certainly do. You do when you come to a business, there's certain things you won't disclose. That was the basis, that there was a non-disclosure agreement in paying off someone. And that is a misdemeanor, what they were trying to charge under New York law. The problem is the statute of limitations has run. We don't allow the government to come back years later and say, hey, you did this crime many years ago. So we have a statute of limitations where you can't bring these. Well, how did they bring this? And then how did they convert it into a felony? They did it by saying that, well, he was really doing this non-disclosure, and it was also a violation of campaign finance law when he ran for president. Well, there's lots of problems with that. Number one, the state has no authority over federal campaign finance laws. And number two, the campaign finance law that they said he violated, the courts and the DOJ have already said, no, this is something we would never prosecute for. John Edwards years ago had a mistress he paid off. There was an action brought to say it violated campaign finance. What did the court say? What did the DOJ end up saying after that? No, not a violation. Because, of course, people will pay something off like that to protect their family. There's lots of other reasons. So to say that it was all political will never work. So essentially what you have here is converting a non-disclosure agreement as a misdemeanor into a felony by something that the state had no authority over. There's many Supreme Court cases that the state has no authority to interpret or to use federal statutes, which is what they did here. And then number two, even if there were federal law that applied, it wouldn't be a violation and it's not being brought. And then if that's not enough, there are cases going back 100 years that when you do something like you did to the defendant in this case, it has to be unanimous. We believe in really protecting individuals in this country. And instead of it being unanimous, the charge that was given to these jurors was that, no, if four of you think it was this theory on this part of the elements, and four of you think it was this, and four of you think it was this, that's enough. No, you have to be unanimous on every element of the criminal charge. That is unquestionable. So is this going to be overturned on appeal? Absolutely it will be. The problem is it'll take a long time normally, and that's what they knew. So this is a political, really a criminalization of the political system, and that's why this is so dangerous. If this is not either overturned by the court before the election, or the American people don't reject this, then we will have lost our country. I mean, we'll really be no different than Putin, who puts his opponents in jail. So this is very serious. I don't care who you support. This is not about candidates. This is about the rule of law. We do not put the leading political opponent in jail. And as somebody who spent my whole life fighting for religious liberty is non-existent if the rule of law is gone. So that's what this issue is about. Pray that this be changed. This is very serious, and hopefully the American people will respond to this and say, we don't accept this kind of an approach so that it will never happen again. But if not, I'm afraid we're going to lose our country. Be praying. God bless you.